Why do people do it? I don't know. It's almost like they only care about the number on the screen rather than the quality or the type of content they're putting out there for their consumers. At this point, clout is just an extremely family-friendly substance. And people will do anything just for 15 seconds of virality on TikTok. Want to make a podcast? Spotify's got a platform that lets you make one do it. I want you to imagine you are on a football field, you catch the ball, you're about to score a touchdown, and then you fumble the ball. And then you lose your team the game. Kind of the same feeling when you fumble a baddie. Like it's worse than getting rejected. Just knowing that you had a shot, it just makes it even more painful. Like the fact that you had it on lock like a football DB. At least you thought you did it, and then out of nowhere, boom, you get hit by Fumble Bros Incorporated, and you just take the biggest L of the century. You know, the more L's you take, the less it hurts. But in a sense, fumble in the bag can be helpful in the long run, but the pain you get afterward is just on another level. Like that John is in your mind rent-free, like it's in the whole fucking estate at this point, and that thought is just chilling there and it won't leave. It's not like I'm on my Mordecai timing listen to Juice WRLD like I don't get all soppy and sad. I just get mad like fuck. I'm like punching the air after type shit. The best way to describe it is you'll feel frustrated for sure, and for some of you it might keep you up at night, really all depending on how bad of an L it is. Like if you see her around every day, even after the L, like that's gotta be the worst circumstance. And every time you see her, you just think about your bag selling, like getting sent to the friend zone or something. Like, bro, we all damn well know you're never gonna talk to me again, bro. Like, just say you reject me. Like you could say, get the fuck out of my face. Like, I don't want to talk to your musty ass ever again. Because guess what will be saved? My time. And it's different if they genuinely want to be friends with you, of course. But when people use the friend zone as a rejection center, and you're in it, that's when you know. You really did fumble the bag. So I saw this YouTube video, my recommendation by Flat Top Chicken. Link is in the description, and it really got me thinking of the times I fumbled the bag horribly. And there's 3 specific times that come to mind. And this isn't, oh, I got rejected by Jessica to go to the school dance. Hell no. What you're gonna hear is much worse and even more embarrassing. Let's just sell my fucking dignity. So we'll go in chronological order. I first had a job at a restaurant. And honestly, it's probably the worst job I ever had. I would clean tables, and I would just sweat my ass off in a kitchen. And my manager would literally be up my asshole the whole night. Like, you better be cleaning those tables. Like, shut up. Like, you know what I'm really trying to do? I'm trying to talk to the baddest in the room. She was bad as hell, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. And my Rizology skills were at an all-time low. So, you know, I was like really nervous around her all the time. And now, since I'm airing this out to 75,000 of you now, seriously, thank you all for that. Y'all been going brazy on the video there. I was out here sweating bucket. My nervous system would go into complete panic mode. I went like a few months without talking to her. I was being a wuss about it. And then I finally did it. I finally talked to her. It was like a legendary moment of some sort for me. For some odd reason. Like, that's how little of female interaction I got. It was even worse than it was now. It was like a Discord mod finally uttering a sentence to a girl. Like, I really thought it was Timothy Jones afterward, too. And of course, I was completely nervous the whole time. Like, you lived. Wow. Holy shit. It really took me 2 months just to strike up some small talk. And of course, I had the stickler manager for that day. And Brody was literally the embodiment of Benson. Like, he looked like that dude from the Blues Clues show. And then this guy was like, you should be working. I literally had a whole sit-down talk with him after the shift because apparently I wasn't cleaning tables fast enough. Like, bro, calm your man titties, bro. It was a chill Sunday afternoon. Like, I really couldn't strike up some small talk with a baddie at the front desk. Like, come on. This dude literally sounded like the embodiment of the nerd emoji. You need to pick up the pace. Drink a Red Bull if you have to. Like, just admit it, man. You cockblock. And I would talk to her for like months fleetingly off and off the shift. Of course I would still talk to her. I didn't listen to that dude. And she seemed like she was digging me, and I never told her how I felt before I got laid off. Yeah, the restaurant shut down during the virus, so tough beans. Never got her number, nothing. Now, I finally did get a number for this next story, but I did get a snap, but I don't know what the fuck that means. I was probably in a whole ass rotation with other dudes if I got the Snapchat. Who even knows, man? Now, this one takes place at Target. Now, I don't know why the hell I chose Target, but it was much more relaxing than cleaning tables basically 24/7. Many more grace periods, which meant more talking. Of course, I was still awkward as shit. Like, this wouldn't be an absolute fumble without me being awkward, of course. You know, talking went great. It went so great, in fact, that I actually ended up hitting her up. I know, it's crazy. I was really really big step in that day. And soon enough, the conversations got a little bit deeper. Like, I would tell her some of my finest life stories, like getting my hair cut fucked up, or just any stories that were related to the conversation. And it was going well. The duck was going off, man. We were cooking until I saw delivered 1 day ago. So then I was like, fuck. I was starting to punch the air a little bit because I didn't know if it was over. And I had a small sliver of hope left. And let's say I was right. She actually stepped on duck soil, duck territory. What? Yo, that's crazy. She actually asked me if she could pull up. This is like crazy for a no bitchian like myself. So I invited her. Like, when I pulled up, I was getting treated like the main character. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, okay, now we gotta really lock in. And we hung out as a group. It didn't click in my mind that, maybe you're not there just yet, buddy. All right, calm down. Like, I really thought I was Timothy Jones or something. I looked into this like crazily deep, man, because guess what? I would stay up 2, 3 in the morning scrolling on TikTok, and whenever I found one of those how to get your crush to like you back videos, 3 signs your crush likes you back or whatever, I don't know. And yeah, I would like listen to these videos like a goddamn zombie, bro. Like, every time I saw one of these, I would jot down mental notes like, oh, she did this today, oh, she did that the other day. Like, no, come on. Like, I was such an NPC. Like, I really listened to TikToks of all things. And that is what you don't do, is stay up on all night on TikTok and think about your crush all night. Like, obviously you're not gonna sleep well, so guess what? When it comes time to Risen, you're screwed. So I talked to her on and off for like 3 or 4 months, and it was still going fairly well. Well, at least in my oblivious mind, I thought that. And one day, out of nowhere, we were working, and she asked me to sweep a certain part of the store, and I'm like, all right, bet, I got you. We were closing that night, and then she utters these words. It's gonna be pretty tough to forget. I'm not even gonna lie. She said this: thanks, bestie. Yeah, that was tough beans. I was really thought I had something going. And no, I didn't. And even though she asked me to pull up to the function, I still fumbled. That's crazy. And she would say it like in front of other people at work too. Like, bro, that shit was embarrassing. At least to me, it felt embarrassing. Like, it felt like I just got slam dunked right into the friend zone. And of course, a month later, I dipped and we moved. And yeah, it was really difficult for me to get any romantic interest from a girl at all. Until I was at this party. I guess I was just feeling myself that night. And this happened when I first started up my duck channel. So it was pretty recent. And I was at a college party. And the setting, it wasn't too bad. There wasn't that many people there where it wasn't, well, I like couldn't hear shit. There wasn't loud music. It was pretty low volume music. And there were like 10 to 20 people there. And I saw this girl, like, I don't know, sitting on the couch or whatever. And I'm like, damn, she got it back, you know? And you know, I don't really like too big of parties. So I was actually able to talk to her. And I only saw her for that night. And, you know, we did a lot of party stuff, we'll say. You know, some stuff that will get me demonetized. You know, I went to Yodi Land for a bit, I'm not gonna lie. I was smiling teeth and gums like fucking Ken Carson. So I talked to her for a little bit, you know, it was going well. We were on and off playing cup pong, talking, so it was a W. And it was going well until I realized that she was there with another dude. Tough. And after that, I'm like, okay, never mind. I don't want to get my ass beat, so I'm not going to ask her for a number. So in order to avoid not looking like Tekashi 6ix9ine after getting jumped, I didn't ask. And of course, I fumbled the bag heavy after I saw that. I just completely dipped because I'm not trying to get beat up by some frat guy. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, I got you. I got another video right there just for you on the end screen. Go watch. To cover, and we just got to the point where these have got to be the worst types of teachers to ever have. And I'm sure some of you can relate to this video on a whole nother level, because these teachers just spawn in like crazy. This isn't just me listing off types of teachers. We got story times of 4 of my worst teachers, and they were garbage. So we'll start in elementary school. And up until 4th grade, it was smooth sailing in the teacher department until I got this one art teacher who was literally just an absolute bitch on wheels. And for the video, we'll call her Miss Levinakowski. Okay, that's way too long. We'll call her Miss L for short. Stickler. Absolute stickler. With 4th graders. We were in 4th grade. Our brains have practically just finished developing. It's like we finally can see the world through a different lens. But no, We got a fucking bitch on wheels over here. So there's this one assignment where he had to draw an angel. And I'm like, oh, great. I don't know how the hell I'm going to draw an angel. I'm a 4th grader. This is like Mission Impossible. Like, this is me trying to defuse a bomb in 10 seconds. It's just not gonna happen. So I show her my crappy drawing of an angel. Because, of course, I butchered that shit. And she looks at it, and all of a sudden, I just see the grumpiest face of all time. And then she's like, here, start fresh. And then she just drew the whole thing for me. Thanks? But we all know she Steph Curry'd my beautiful drawing in the trash. I'll never forget. But yeah, that was the one main interaction I remember I had with this teacher, as she went around yelling at other kids, saying like, oh, your head looks like a goddamn watermelon. Look at your potato-ass head. Critiquing the art, basically. Like, we're in 4th grade, for fuck's sake. It's gonna come out like booty cheeks. But yeah, my friend was in another class and also had this garbage art teacher. But somehow, some way, she liked his art and a few other students as well. Now she's like fucking meat riding the art like crazy. Now this is like the weirdest thing to say to an elementary school kid. I don't know why. Are you ready for this? Your guys' art is so amazing. Guys, I'm gonna offer you guys free art lessons in my basement. Yo, what the hell? Nah, that is just crazy. What the? You gotta go. At least she dogpiled on my art and not said that to me, because that is crazy. Overall, of course, the class sucked. We're gonna have to give her a rating of 1 out of 10. Now, let's see if these 3 other teachers can contest with that garbage rating. Now we move on to middle school. Now, it's in the name. Literally every teacher I had was just in the middle of the line. Except for one teacher. Mr. Johnson was an interesting character. He was just straight up bald. He literally looked like Mr. Clean. And in middle school, we had to wait outside to go into the building. So we were bored, we talked, played games, etc., ran up some morning football, did whatever to pass the time. And Mr. Johnson was patrolling. And he has to be out there because of a Powder Puff Donut WWE Sumo Wrestling SmackDown that happened a couple weeks beforehand. Apparently, 2 people can't go 20 minutes without fighting each other outside. So now Mr. Johnson has to be out there. So he was snooping around. And me and my friends were playing the game Clash of Clans. We were prepping for a clan war, thinking about who each of us were going to attack. And then Mr. Johnson slowly starts approaching us, and I'm like, ah, fuck, what do we do now? And he comes up to us and says,
Jonathan, may I speak with you over here real quick, please?
Yeah, sure. I'm just confused. What did I do?
Now, what are you doing over there? Are you planning an attack on the school?
No. We're playing Clash of Clans. It's a mobile game. We attack with troops in the game.
Okay, whatever you say. But just know this, John. My eyes are peeled and on you at all times.
Okay, I gotta get to class now. I'll see you around. What the fuck is this guy's problem? Yo, guys, holy shit. You know that Mr. Johnson guy out there? He thought we were planning an attack on the school. What the fuck? But yeah, you really gotta hate those teachers that accuse you of absolutely nothing. There's literally no evidence there, and they just run with it anyway. Like, what did I do? These teachers are the reason why that clip exists. We'll give him like a 2 out of 10. Extra point because he's looking like Mr. Clean. Moving on to high school. Oof. Now this is where things get creepy. Now, I didn't specifically have this guy for gym class, but he was one of the gym teachers. Now, there was this girl, or there were a couple girls that this guy would always be very talkative with, and he was just being a D1 meat rider. There's always one gym teacher in the staff. There's always one. Okay, let me not slander the gym teachers like that, but this dude was weird. And this guy got me in trouble one day, so you already know I gotta get it back in blood. This dude was mad at me for, like, shooting a basketball. Seriously, over a goddamn ball. I know, it's crazy. And he's like, hey, if you don't stop shooting that basketball, I'll give you lunch detention.
Hey, yo, this guy's gotta pull up his ass for sure.
I just wanted to steer the fuck clear of this guy. I can only imagine how it went for the girls he would talk to often in that situation. Like, would he be like, let me talk to you in my office after school. Like, I don't know. He might have been like that level. Who even knows? But all I know is he was fucking weird. He's like that guy that has like the bias towards the girls, bro. He's that motherfucker. Oh, Jessica, that was great. I'll give you an
A. Thank you, I guess.
Yeah. That scene was quite morbid, but like, he's that guy. When these girls graduated from high school, guess where he was? Sliding in their DMs. Not even joking. the meat riding is crazy. Like, you're like 50 plus years old. Who even knows how old this guy is? And you're hitting on 18-year-olds. Yeah, that is fucking weird, dog. But yeah, he was a creepy guy, and he made my school experience much worse. Just seeing his stupid face every time I walked into the gym. But yeah, who's surprised a high school has a creeper in it? No one should be surprised. All right, we're giving this guy a fucking -2. This guy had 0 upsides. He was just a fucking dick. And he was a creep. Anyways, on to college. I'm currently in college right now, and safe to say, some of the teachers I have are just interesting. Like, they're characters, to say the least. Now, this guy wasn't, like, weird, creepy, strict, anything. He was just goofy as hell. Now, we'll call this guy Mr. Thomas. Now, this guy, I think he had a method of having people drop his class, because first day was so weird, and it just toned down from there, little by little. So as soon as I walk into the class, I already knew I was doomed for a terrible semester when bro came in looking like Bane. He had like some sort of mask contraption going where he had like 3 or 4 masks on. Like, dude, are you gonna be able to breathe there? That was on my mind the entire first class. Like, is this dude just gonna suffocate in front of my own eyes? All right, class, now that attendance is over, let's get into the lesson for today. Today we're looking at Robin Thicke's Blurred Lines and its misogyny. Oh, my goodness. So yeah, there we were, watching Blurred Lines, saw some baddies on screens for 3 minutes. You know, the girls were in the video were bad, like, goddamn, bro. Woo! No, but seriously, though, it was just awkward as hell the whole time, because it was in a classroom, dog. And then once we were done, this happened. All right, class, now that you've seen the misogyny in Blurred Lines, it's time to look at this feminist parody in response to the Blurred Lines misogyny. Now, I'm not going to describe this music video that much. Literally just almost naked men walking around throwing it back.
Yo, what the fuck? Okay, I'm not even gonna pay attention at this point. This shit's just too weird for me. A little far too out there for my taste.
And it was fucking weird as shit. And of course, I was at my table and I just looked at the 2 girls sitting across from me. I gave them the biggest "what the hell is this" awkward face of all time. Apparently, I didn't know what I was getting into with this class, but the rest of the year, it was toned down. There were a couple comments that he made that raised an eyebrow for me, but I honestly found it quite entertaining as I was texting Birdie, like, did you hear him say this? Like, yo, what the hell? But it was a really weird and awkward class, to say the least, and I had to do like this lecture of weekly material to the class at one point, and I had to stand up in front of the class and give a presentation on the material, and the wheels were falling off in this presentation. We had to stretch this goddamn thing for the entire 1-hour block. So there we were, me and 2 other kids trying to figure out what else to cover. And we just got to the point where we just fucking played videos for the last 20 minutes and did not say a word. Like, bro would not let us go until that clock hit 10 o'clock. Like, he wanted to get like every fucking droplet of class time. I somehow was received with a good grade. So we'll give this guy a 5. He just said and did some weird shit that threw me off guard. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, I got you. Got another video right there just for you on the end screen. Go watch it. Alright, I kind of wanted to talk about this for a while now. This is genuinely ruining Gen Z. Or society in general. I hate to sound like the Joker, like, guys, society is doomed, or whatever. I don't know. Like, y'all should get off this orange thing, bro. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you why. I already know there's a bunch of people coping in the comment section. I could just smell the greasy copium in the air. Obviously, I can't control what you do with your life, but you should go in with an open mind. This video could change your life forever, man. Who knows? Point 1. The Hubbington will actually kill your enjoyment for other things. When you log in, it releases unhealthy amounts of dopamine. Way too much for the human brain to handle. Which, in comparison to, let's say, I don't know, you go to soccer practice, it's gonna be much harder for you to feel stimulated or feel like you're getting enjoyment at playing soccer. And even things maybe you enjoyed when you were younger don't seem to hit as different anymore. It could be because of Hubbington. Then, this could also cause down badness. Like, these motherfuckers, they are so hungry for a crumb of the poon. Like, it's crazy. They're like that one friend that's like begging for the Nick stick all the time. Like, some people don't even know how to talk to a girl like a regular human being, like you would anyone else.